Yo, Born. Show them how we do this, man. Btbtv. We bully the bullies. No run, no retreat. Yeah. Btbtv. One more time for y'all in the back. Y'all slow ninjas. Right. Yo. John Gotti flow, rap Pablo, Escobar status, rap game Corleone. I can show you how you lay back and watch your pockets grow. Stay away from devious women, end up like Papa Smoke. Y'all wake up every day twitching like yo, I gotta post. I wake up everyday mission. It's $1 million notes, dominoes, bodies drop, rot stink like hollow toast. Broadway, man, if you know, then you know. I came for everything they said I couldn't have. Got that and then some, and then some. My wins on overload. Say you overdose. Your rappers in the tight squeeze and that clutch like Cobra rope. The okie doke. We don't go for that. All she wrote. Another tale from the street. Death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost try and haunt your soul. Another tale from the street. Homicide the folks who want to play to them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street. Black Mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting to their life movie, curtain closed. Nowadays, your foes will plot you wearing Malcolm X hats, 666, the devil on his shoulder, won the death match. Reminiscing when more street ninjas was off the hook, chasing D's up off the block, torn and running, get the force, blood on pavement. He's 12 years old and he's tough to play with. He don't go to playgrounds, that's his fiends who want their veins thick. We can't miss. We can hit the target with our hands behind our back, our eyes closed and half brainless. Don't play with us. Another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost try and haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folk who want to play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street like an opera show. These kids be acting to they like movie, curtain closed. Yeah, Btbtv. It's the movement, man. You're born. You're born, let's get him. Let's get him. Kaz, we up in here, man. Hood famous.
Peace, peace, peace. The King of New Jersey's Btbtv. We bully the bully set. Y'all already know what it is, man. Well, as y'all all may know, myself, Eric Holder was convicted of first-degree murder and is facing 25 years to life. So, I wonder what they're gonna do with that boy. But you know your boy Wack 100 had something to say about it. You know what I'm saying? Wack 100 always got his mouth for somebody's business. He always got his mouth for somebody's business. Yo, we about to get peace, King, peace, Chris down, Btbtv, salute, little bro. How you? I see you, man.
Some street justice. Exactly. We could have got out and let the
Let me see if A-Rod's available to play the audio.
What they gonna find him guilty of though?
A-Rock, B-Tweezy, 2P.
Kitty B.
I think premeditated.
I don't think they got him. Nah, I don't think so. We're gonna see.
Yeah,
they did. That's a setup. He coming back on appeal for sure.
Eric Holder do, you know what I'm saying?
You don't
got
think
the
he
fix
planned
it.
to do it before he did it?
No, because if he planned to do it, he'd have walked up strapped and did it.
The fact that he left and came back is what
That's
makes it
not premeditated. That factors in what was said. You got to remember, dude got a psychological issue. It's documented.
Fair use.
Isn't that death penalty DP for premeditated?
Now, premeditated is me leaving my house, going down the street, around the corner, waiting in front of the motherfucker, come out the garage, killing him. Dude, when
It's
he walked up,
also going into the house after you get done fought and getting the gun and coming back out and shooting somebody.
Oh,
yeah, but you missing the point.
But you got heat of the moment as opposed
factoring
to
out
Hey,
Yeah.
Killer, I'm right
the
here.
threat.
Able to play
Factored in.
audio, Pitbull?
Huh?
Are you able to play audio right now, Pitbull?
For A-Rod.
Where's Tweezy?
Yeah, I could play it from my phone. Which one we play?
Hey, I'm about to call A-Rod.
One second.
Who got it? I can play it.
So right now, the link is at the top, but they have to put the verdict yet, but that's the link where they're gonna play it live.
TJ got an iRig. Dirty Digital got an iRig. 2P's got an iRig.
Yeah, I got one.
yeah, 2P said he can play it right now.
But the link is at the top when they're gonna talk about the verdict. I don't know if
2P's. Can you order me one too?
Right, I'll
Thank
give
you
you
in
the address
advance.
and send the second one to me. Thanks.
Hey, let's share the room. Share this shit.
Good morning, Crystal.
All right, y'all. What's up? What's good? Welcome to the 100 NT show. Live verdict, Nipsey Hussle trial. Y'all already know what to do. Climb all the way to the top. Click on that green house. Join the motherfucking club. Follow all the moderators on stage. And let's get this motherfucking room up to 100 shares and plus, y'all. We at 72. We got 591 people in here. We about to hear live audio. The verdict is in, y'all. If y'all ready, follow the house. Killer, and we out.
Free Nurse Nikki.
Oh my God.
Hey, Dreas.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. Hang on.
Fucking dead.
So sick of
Nothing.
understanding.
Okay, who in the room has the iRig right now that can be connected and play the live?
My bad, Wack. My bad.
I got one. Y'all just gotta send me the audio.
It's at the top.
The audio's at the top. Yeah.
Give me a second. I'm trying to get the audio.
I'm gonna send it to your IG. Why is Wack in the goo? I don't know why, but I'm about to bring her back up. That's fucked up. That's our team.
Keep shooting me.
Yeah, that's not a link. That's
My bad, Wack.
Who said
That's weird. Tell a nigga I'm shooting the motherfucker.
Announcing it right now. They're announcing it right now on the news.
Doesn't YouTube have a link?
The above entitled action, find the defendant, Eric Ronald Holder Jr., guilty of the crime of first-degree murder.
Premeditated.
No, they said first degree.
The trial began.
I didn't hear the premeditation clause in there.
They said 3 years ago, Eric Holder arrived at a South LA strip mall that Hussle owned before opening fire. The two men grew up together. Apparently, there was some conversation about snitching. Holder left, then 10 minutes later came back and killed Hussle with. Holder ran away from Hussle's bullet-riddled body, but then came back a few more times to continue to shoot him before running off. In the crossfire, he also hit two bystanders in the parking lot, but both survived. Holder was charged with 1 count of murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, and 2 counts of possession of a firearm by a felon. Holder's defense attorneys say Holder should be found not guilty of first-degree murder since he acted under passion. They say he was so enraged and triggered by the response, he acted without premeditating. That's what deciding otherwise and convicting Eric Holder of first-degree murder. We hope to hear from attorneys later on. Be sure to stay with KTLA. That's very latest in downtown LA. I'll send it back to you in the studio. See you next hour, Jen. Thanks so much.
Yeah, they left.
And that boy coming back on a pill, but you know what I'm saying? 25 to life, 25 to life, he gonna be all right, yo, because he's still young. By the time he get out, he gonna be about 50. So they ain't really do shit to him. That boy shit got forever, not 25 to life. You know what I'm saying? But I don't wish jail on nobody. You know what I'm saying? But yo, anybody want to talk about F him, this and that, like yo. He getting more time than these white boys getting for killing people. You know what I mean? Like I said, he got off 25 to life though. Yeah, he'll be home on parole. He got mental issues. First of all, he was taking shock therapy, from what they said. In the court, he was taking shock therapy, like right around the time he had killed Nipsey. So he was already messed up in the head. So you know, when he bring that back on a pill, that's going to help his case. And they're gonna cut that time in half and not take it all away because he was mentally unstable. And any man that's mentally unstable, if somebody do something to them that they feel as though disrespectful, they're gonna flip it while out and go hard on it. You know what I mean? So like I said, Eric Holder, he gonna come back on a pill. He might go free. Just because of his mental status. They probably check him into psych ward somewhere, a psychiatric prison. Next you know, he gets his mind right, they're gonna let him go. The boy got mental issues. See, I want y'all not to believe. Don't believe this boy going to jail. This boy ain't going to jail for long, yo.
Oh, he just went on the phone, y'all. So, how do y'all feel about that verdict? I mean, Phoenix, first-degree murder. Like, I mean, what is that? Did he get life, or was it 25 to life? Like, what? I didn't hear none of that.
Yeah, it looks like in California, the punishment for first-degree murder is punishable by 25 years to life in prison. So, you know, sentencing will come after the fact. They're sort of separate hearings. But under California Penal Code 187, first-degree murder does include all premeditated killings, as well as felony murder, which is capital murder. So the premeditation / deliberation is included in the first-degree murder conviction.
That's what I thought.
But that's not what the LWAP is. Is it the life without, or is it life with? You go.
Beast, I think it's life with.
Phoenix?
Yeah, I have to look into it. Are you asking me, has he been?
Oh
He
yeah,
hasn't
DC.
been
Yeah,
sentenced, obviously. He was just found guilty.
he facing life with the possibility. He facing life with the possibility of parole.
I was just seeing what that carries.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Life with the LWAP or the life without parole or life with parole?
Oh, he'll get parole. It's life with parole. That's
Well,
what they're gonna
presumably, if 25 is the minimum, then the life and the the maximum end would include with the possibility of parole, presumably. But I'll double check.
Yeah, Phoenix, didn't he give the jury those guidelines?
You know what? I didn't hear the jury instructions, so
yeah.
But
Yes, bro. They said they come back in an hour to for the rest of the verdict.
For the rest of the verdict?
No, that should be it. I mean,
They
For the
said
sentencing. What, the sentencing?
No, the sentencing would be a few months or a few weeks ahead.
No, it's the other charges for shooting the other dudes.
Oh.
Because he shot more than Nipsey Hussle. He shot 2 other people.
I mean, that's true.
But wasn't he tried together as, wasn't the trial to include all
Oh,
offenses?
that was just it.
So y'all niggas
go under the jail, huh?
Of 2 counts of attempted murder already.
Interested in that, but these white niggas is running around here shooting the shit out of us. But we give a fuck about this bitch ass nigga. Fuck that nigga. We got white niggas out here fucking niggas up. Fuck that nigga Eric Holder. On some real shit.
Testing this takes away from people caring about that. Yeah.
I understand what you're talking about, but let's try to stay on top.
Appreciate that, Nikki.
Somebody has Martina blocked.
Oh, let me kick down LB. LB, you got her blocked, my dear?
You said who?
Martina.
LV, why you got Martina blocked?
Oh man, come on, man.
Yeah, I thought we addressed that with LV. Is he on stage?
Was he on stage or he's not on stage? No, he's just on stage now.
That was one time, and no, I ain't got her blocked no more. That was an accident.
Oh, he did say it was active. He wasn't on stage at the time, so she still can't get in.
No, she says it's the room. It keeps saying not available.
Yeah, this is crazy though. Wack 100, you can tell this nigga don't know about Koi talk about Eric Cole. Only gonna do 4 years.
We can just fix your fan.
This nigga's a weirdo.
Yeah, that might work better.
Panera chefs have
That nigga ain't
crafted
doing
a
no 4 years.
masterpiece.
More
Chicken
than that.
raised without antibiotics.
Wack 100 reacts to the Eric Holder conviction. All details explained. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Mash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get with the video.
Yeah, he coming back on the field for sure. See how much time they got. Let's see if they're running bowling. Oh, they're gonna run it concurrent too. We got to see.
Yeah, right. Well,
today too.
Nah, they ain't gonna send him today.
No, that'd be a couple of
Okay.
weeks.
What's this? The July? He could back maybe September.
But what, don't you think his defense? I mean,
Huh?
he premeditated it. Don't you think he doesn't have a good defense? He's saying just out of like the crime of passion, he was.
No,
he
but
was
did they give him
scared.
first
He
degree or
circled
did they give
around.
him?
Okay, Wack. It's first.
Premeditated or did they just give him first degree?
So, Wack, you were on the phone when I was speaking about it, but premeditation under California Penal Code 187 for all first-degree murder do include the premeditation/deliberation element and carries a maximum sentence of 25 years to life in prison. And to whoever said they'll be back in an hour with the rest of the reading of the verdict, I believe that's incorrect. He was actually found guilty of first-degree attempted voluntary manslaughter and possession of a firearm. So he was guilty of all 3 counts.
Yeah, so they go, so.
You think they're gonna try him?
Now we gotta see. Nah,
Okay, Martina just came back in the room.
So they'll
now
deal
they
with
gotta
the
see if they gonna
mitigating.
run him. We're gonna see if they're gonna run him concurrent or running
Or
because they give him
consecutive,
they just give him 25 years across the board for everything, and he won. You know what I'm saying? What if they like you with 25 years for this, 15 years for that, 10 years for that, and they run it consecutive? Headache. When they run it concurrent, that makes his appeal a little easier because if he come back on the appeal on any of those
This nigga
things,
face like hamburger
that
meat,
means
boy.
he got action at all. But they run it consecutive, they may say, all right, we give you appeal on the 10th.
They put this
or the
fair
gun,
use. They
or the
put
this,
hands and
but
feet
you
and
still
all
got
on this
that.
nigga. Boy, look at the side of
Makes
his
the appeal
head.
process a little harder. So they run everything in one, meaning they say we give you 25, 15 for the 10, 5 for the gun. But we're running it concurrent. That means the 15 and 5 is in the 25. If they run it consecutive, that means he got 25, 15, and 5, which is 45 years. Life.
So some of the factors, Wack, that will determine whether or not they run consecutive or concurrent, just on a brief reading of California rules, is whether or not the acts were committed independently of one another and committed at separate times. So if they all resulted from the same offense, then it's more likely than not that they'll be run concurrent as opposed to consecutive. Concurrent, of course, meaning all at the same time.
Well, here was the thing. One had nothing to do with the other. The bystanders had nothing to do with him and Nipsey's conversation.
So they'll
you can say,
interpret it
I shot
as
Nipsey about this, right? Him to them, they never posed a threat. It wasn't like they went for a gun to help Nipsey. They charged a dude to help Nipsey. None of that shit. So you got it.
Yeah, it's ever called the. This whole shit is crazy, yo. Whole shit is crazy.
scorching heat today. Stay cool out there. Walter!
Stop suffering with hot AC. Cool it yourself with AC Pro. In just 3 easy steps, enjoy the comfort of 2 times the cooling boosters from the #1 selling coldest air.
Now look how
Nothing
dumb
cools like AC Pro.
this nigga Wack 100 sound.
It's
Just
all
listen to this
about
shit.
making the path as
I want you
clear
to
as
hear what he
possible so
said.
that way women can thrive.
Fair
What's
use.
up, YouTube? It's your boy FC The Truth, and we're back with another video about Eric. Maybe 5. Like a lot of people don't want to.
He was living with my nephew at first, and then he had to go into a nursing home because he had a stroke. So now he's still living in that nursing home ever since he got shot. And that's been how many years, right? So the police have come to the nursing home to interrogate him. And like I said, he just did 26 years in prison. He has to cooperate. He's on life.
No, he don't gotta cooperate. He don't.
Well,
you know
he's
that.
not going back to prison.
Yeah, but he told that ain't no. See, this why those like niggas is selective politicking. 1 minute is cool, the next minute it ain't. About 3 years ago, and they gave statements. This is why I always said when the trial start, it ain't gonna go the way people think it's gonna go. As of right now, if you ask the world, this man is in jail for killing a martyr.
Yo,
right? That's
Grand
what you
Rise
would
at the
think,
top of the morning,
right?
Mr.
But when you
Executioner.
hear the testimonies of the people that was there, right, it's gonna come down to it was just simply some gang bang. This nigga didn't shoot this nigga for no robbery.
He did kill a martyr though, Wack.
Nah, no, he
Ain't
did
that-
not,
hey,
bro.
Wack,
You gotta
hey,
listen
Wack.
to me. Hold
Come on,
on, no,
ain't
listen
that-
to me, bro. Listen, if I'm involved in a drug deal, or I'm involved in a robbery, or I'm pressing a nigga on some hood gangbang and the murder happens behind those actions. I wouldn't give what I did for the people, the kids, or the community. We're talking about this isolated situation. Everybody got to let go of their personal, just look at the situation. Cause you a snitch, get up out the hood.
So
that's gangbang. I don't give who do it.
Is it still an M1? Is it still an M1?
I see where you coming from, but the premise of him testifying was over the motive. They wanted to know what
No, bro, you missing the
caused him to kill
point.
him.
You missing the point. Bro, if those words wouldn't have been said, dude didn't pull up to just gun niggas down. All this back and forth happened, gangbang, then he left and came back. If it would have been a handshake, nigga got his shirt and gone, none of it would have happened.
Now, let me say something. Let me say this, right? They said Nip said it politely, like, you got some paperwork out there, homie. You need to go handle your business. Now, my thing is, if a nigga know,
Let me go get it, bro. Chuck, let me go get it. Nah, bro.
But
The
listen,
nigga 3 years ago took the stand and testified and said it. He told that nigga get up out the hood. All that ain't no politely, my nigga.
Listen, you saying the nigga came up there, right?
He came up there to go get some shirts, bro. Sweet.
Listen, listen. If a nigga know, it might be some paperwork out on him.
But this is what you don't know, right? Let me tell you what you don't know. Watch this. Look, I'm gonna leave it right here, right? And I'm gonna sit back and let y'all watch the show because everybody know what they know. I know what I know. Ain't never been no paperwork come out showing that man was telling. Was it listen, definitely was. Was it that one? It definitely wasn't. So it ain't no paperwork that's gonna come up saying that man right there was telling. You're not gonna find
But this is what I'm saying. I'm saying if he's even hearing that his allegations on his name, he's pulling up to check temperatures, nigga. On my mama.
No, he didn't pull up to check no, bro.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
Bro, the statement is there from Cousin Carrie. Cousin Carrie even said, nigga. Hey, bro. Hey, Chuck, I'm gonna go. Look, you talking out your ass.
Wasn't there when they had the conversation.
Hey, listen, the state. Carrie was
He was there though. He was there.
He was there, nigga. What you
Cousin
mean?
Carrie was there. Cousin Carrie was 100% there. Hey, but wait, G shit. Let me ask you this. Hold on. Wait, let me ask you this. Is it a difference whether there was a conflict or not? Wouldn't that still be an M1 at the end of the day?
What you mean?
Gary got shot.
Gary
How
got
is
shot.
it snitching when he's the one that got shot?
No, he wasn't. Cause come on, wait, hold
Okay,
on.
I tell you what,
That's
Wack.
Mama, let Wack talk, mama.
Hold on, mama. Listen, me and you both know. Let's go. Let's let go of the personal shit, right?
Talk.
Hold on. Hey, look, let's let go of the personal shit. And go fuck whatever me and you beat for them, right? Listen, when you from where you from, and you from them streets, and you from that set, whether it's in favor of you or not in favor of you, we don't do no hollering about nothing to no police. We swallow that, accept
But he got shot. He had
I
to
know
tell them
who shot
something
you.
about
I don't
him,
know.
and he never said who shot him.
Bullshit. It's in the paperwork. Man, let me call Raquel because she the one sitting. That
Yeah,
shit been out 3
friend.
years. No, Raquel worked with TMZ. What the fuck you talking about? This shit public record. You hear you on stage right now saying because he got shot, it's cool. We can talk to the police. If that's what you niggas standing on, then I can't fuck with that conversation.
We did a room 7 months ago on the paperwork already.
We did it already. I had the nigga in my room. I had Carrie, the nigga that's locked up, I forget his name, brought Carrie into the room.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Nigga, what you mean?
And all Gary said is good try, wrong guy. That's all the fuck he said.
Listen. The only thing I disagree with Wack is the nigga didn't come up there to check temperature. Cause nigga, I bang, nigga.
Nah, he didn't come up there tripping though.
Listen, I know he didn't come up there tripping.
He didn't come up there tripping at all.
But listen, you don't know in his mind, nigga didn't pull it up, nigga didn't already heard.
Okay, well let me give you another way of looking at it, bro.
The first nigga say something.
Hey, bro, let me give you another way of looking at this, right? Now, everybody know Lil Dude, right? Everybody know what he about. Everybody know.
Top YouTubers are making so much money. But did you know that growing a community and sharing your content on YouTube...
You know what he about. Everybody know I got his rep, right? Now, I want you to listen. Just for 1 second. You say you bang, right? You bang, right? Okay.
Yeah.
If he was coming up there to check temperature, nephew, he would have already came right. He wouldn't have had to double back. He'd have already, you know what I'm saying? He'd have already had his thing, right? He wouldn't have had to double back and leave and go get it.
The fuck up, nigga.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, just for 1 second, I want you to think about it. We done all been there. I'm gonna pull up on these niggas, see what these niggas talking about. Nigga, you not leaving your shit in the car in the alley?
If you even have a car accident, you're gonna call the police. So that's snitching?
Huh? We talking about shooting a shoot. We don't.
You
Hey,
say
look,
it's
bro.
the same fucking thing. If you have a car accident,
Hey, bro, I'm not telling no police who shot me. I'm not telling no police nothing. That ain't what we supposed to do.
Yeah, I don't agree with none of that. But I'm just disagreeing with the whole, you might saying it might not, you know what I'm saying, be premeditated or whatnot.
No, it's not. Bro, look. Here go the key to this nigga. K. Well, you from LA, bro?
Yeah, I'm from West Boulevard. Right.
Okay, great. I'm glad. Okay, watch this. What's the first thing the homies do when they got a serious case and they go to the county? They try to play crazy, right? Keep it real. Keep it real. Right? They try to play crazy, so when they go to court, motherfucker, your attorney can say, well, listen, he ain't already responsible for his actions, blase. Am I right?
I'm insane in the brain, Your Honor.
Okay, now listen to me, bro. I need you to understand this one fact, and I've been telling people this. Chuck, you done heard me say this shit 1,000,000 times. The nigga.
Yo, I'm gonna say something. Right before the nigga killed Nipsey, not that long ago, he went to see the psychiatrist before he killed Nipsey. The nigga was getting electrical shock treatment therapy, is what they were saying in court. He was getting electrical shock therapy. You know what I'm saying? So he was already mentally unstable. So they wasn't supposed to try him the way they tried him. So he's gonna bring that back on appeal anyway. I'm not saying he deserves an appeal, but he's gonna bring it back on appeal just because they didn't check, they didn't do his medical records right. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all finish here with this clown had to say, yo.
Nigga was not caught by the police. He turned himself in to the motherfucking crazy house. If me or you went to the if me or you went to the crazy house right now and try to turn ourselves in, they're gonna tell me and you to go to the local hospital and then admit ourselves there. The only motherfuckers that can turn themselves into the crazy house is motherfuckers that's already on file and already in the system. He ain't got to play crazy. He already classified. And based on that, and based on the fact that I know they go turn around and use Nip music, they gonna use every clip, everything, the gang people against him and say, yo, bro, I'm telling you how they coming.
So hold on. So you think he gonna walk? That's what you
That nigga gonna get 10 to 12, nigga, and get up out of there. He be home in about 4 to 5, bro. He's not gonna get convicted as me and you would. Look, bro, me and
Send a link
you.
to my DM, bro.
Hey, you don't think
Send a link to my DM, and I definitely come through, bro.
I'm telling you what he gonna do.
Yeah, but still, like,
Bro, based
yeah,
on
that
this,
was crazy how Darty
look at
jumped
that
on
when
that
they play
case.
that video in court, bro. That shit ain't right, but yeah.
bro, I'm just listen. The homie from West Boulevard, whoever that is, he know what I'm saying. He know, like his whole defense is gonna be this, right? His whole
No,
defense.
Wack does have a point
And
about
cousin
that.
Kerry,
Even
the
though I
rest
don't
of
like
them
this nigga, he got a
statements
point about that.
really helped them because they're saying in there, Nipsey addressed him snitching. They said it. All of them said it, right? The fucking sites, they're gonna say, remember I told you this. He was triggered. He was in fear. And then you're gonna have the people get up there. You're gonna have the people get up there and they're gonna say, now remember this, within that first 24 hours, nigga, they shot this nigga people house up, all kind of shit. They're gonna say,
Hey, hear this shit though. Hey, Wack, hear this. Hey, Ghost. Was it something about like his girl had said something to him? Was that true? What Lonzo was saying?
Oh, that Nip. She wanted
Yes,
pictures with Nip or something.
it's
Hold
true.
on. One mic on Ghost. One mic on Ghost.
Damn.
This is Webflow. Meet the design tool from the future. The most powerful visual coding tool, coupled with the most intuitive visual.
Where
you at, go?
You can hear me?
Yep.
Now, what his girl said when she seen Nip, she.
And who keep muting it? That this shit been glitching all day though. It might be.
Yo, but his girl gassed that shit up.
Go ahead.
Nah, somebody mute him or his shit is tripping.
Can you hear me?
Probably trying to come off mute. There you go. Yep.
Now, what his girl said when they rode past there, she told him, there go Nipsey Hussle, and she told him that he was that Nipsey Hussle was attractive to her. You know what I'm saying? So when he went over there and they parked or whatever, they said that he didn't say anything to her when she said that. Like he didn't even tell her that he knew Nipsey Hussle or whatever. So when he got out the car and went in, talking to Nipsey, she got out the car and went and tried to get a picture. You feel me? So that's that part of it.
Well, that ain't gonna prove that. That ain't gonna say nothing.
Hey, Wack, do you know? Hey, Wack, do you know how much the state is offering? Do they have an offer as of right now?
Listen to me. Nah, of course not. Listen, but I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something on some real shit, right? That girl, she gaslit that whole shit because when Nipsey Hussle said that shit to her, she looked at him and was like, "Yo, you gonna let this nigga say that to you? Are you a rat?" That put the battery in his back right there, because he felt as though he wanted to show that he wanted to show his chick, I'm about that life. Ain't nobody gonna call me a rat. Ain't nobody gonna call me a rat. I'm about that life. And you know the nigga got mental issues already. He was getting electric shock therapy. You dig what I'm saying? Electric shock therapy. That's not a joke. I didn't even know they still did that in America, yo. That shit crazy.
You listen to me. I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna do, bro, because I'm keeping it real. If you look at this situation the last 3 years, you would have think bro got killed saving a kid or stopping somebody from getting robbed. So they're gonna turn this shit into a regular gang situation. I'm telling you what they're gonna do. And they're gonna say, based upon who Nipsey is and the say-so and control he has, they're gonna use his music. They're gonna put the clips up of him slapping the dude, the clips up of him telling the broad, get the fuck away from my car. They're gonna use his.
But yo, it's some real shit though. Yo, and Cowboy supposed to be a G, and he ran it too. You know what I'm saying? All this shit is crazy, yo. All this shit is crazy. Fair use.
Mr. Holder leaves that conversation. He goes back to the Master Burger.
Yo, BB Network, thanks, bro. I appreciate you,
He
man.
walks out to her car because he needs additional money to pay for a drink or something. He goes back into the Master Burger. He then walks out and walks over to the group again, shakes a couple of hands, and he leaves. They leave about 3:18. So they think they're there for about 6 minutes total. I think that's right. And they leave out in her car, and she takes off, and she says she's ready to go, but he's giving the directions. This is not her city. It's his
Yo,
city.
BB Network, you want to hit the link? Hit the link, bro.
Turn here,
So you
turn there.
can give your
Go
insight.
around the
Put the
block.
link in again. Hit the link, man.
And she said he was acting normal. He didn't say anything about Nipsey. He wasn't complaining. He didn't say anything like, who does he think he is? He doesn't own this city. He doesn't own this neighborhood. Nothing like that. He said he seemed normal. But as she
BB,
turned
hit that link.
block
I just
back
put the
on
link
block,
in, yo.
she saw him
Let me know what you guys say
manipulating.
about the situation.
What she saw for the first time that day, the black semi-automatic handgun. Looked like he was putting bullets in the magazine. And she, alarmed that he was going to shoot either at her or out the car, she says, "You're not about to shoot from my car." And he just kind of shrugs it off and puts the gun away. He was already planning to kill Nipsey Hussle. That's planning. That's premeditation and deliberation. That's thinking about it before you do it. Already. Puts the gun away. Tells her, okay, turn here. Oh, go over here. I'm going to eat my fries. So she drives behind that fat burger and into the alley. He starts eating his fries. He puts on his shirt for the first time that day. Why? Because he knows he's going back. He's already planning that. There's no reason for him to walk around all day with no shirt on, get in the car, and then all of a sudden put the shirt on in the car. He's putting that shirt on to give him whatever element of surprise he can get. The thing is, when you walk around with no shirt on, you look extra. Right? People tend to notice you a little bit faster. As Ingrid said, when she saw him standing there with no shirt on, that's what kind of caught her eye. She's like, okay.
He wipes
put the shirt on, and then the approach he took back to the group was to stay out of their view until he was right up on them. He walked back down the alley with his fries, placed them on the hood of a truck as he made his way around back to the strip mall. And he laid eyes on the group that was still congregated between those two cars. It was Nipsey, Carrie, Sherman, Redfall. So he turns the corner. He didn't go into the parking lot so they could see him approach from the middle of the parking lot. He walks along the back side of it with two guns. One that he likely had the whole time in his front pocket, based on the bulge and the imprint that you can see when he's in the massacre. But now we know he has two. Whether he had the other one the whole time or whether it was somewhere in the car, we don't know. But we know he has two at this point. And he's walking up on this group, having a Sunday conversation. They have no idea what's about to happen today. This is that video clip in real time Follow Mr. over here.
Right now, they're just playing the video in court of when the shooting happened and the people are running from the scene. That's what they're playing right now.
Now, a couple of things to note. And forgive me if I repeat myself. I have a tendency to get ahead of myself. But when he walked up to the group, he said, "Your group." Nipsey Hussle. Your group.
Salute, bro.
Say,
salute, my brother. How you doing today?
I'm great. Let me ask you a question, bro.
Say,
copy.
Now, check this out. We deal with the Nipsey Hussle thing, man, right? And I'm saying, like, yo, when a man call another man a rat, especially a street nigga, that's grounds for disaster.
I'm gonna,
especially if the guy is mentally unstable anyway. Because you know, on the streets, you can't accuse a person of being a rat and not be dealt with. You call a nigga a rat or you call a nigga gay, and he a street dude.
Yeah, that's problems. One, I'm gonna agree with everything that I've been basically hearing you say. Even the things that I don't necessarily agree with, I think that you got good foundation from where you came from it. You're not just thinking about fucking foolishness like some people. So I appreciate that. We need more people out here thinking before they speak. That's one. Two, I 100% believe that if he actually did say, because remember, Cowboy is saying he didn't call him a snitch. Let's not forget that you might not believe Cowboy. You might believe the other guy. But Cowboy is saying that.
Yeah, true.
That's also testimony in court. Correct? So with that understanding, when we start to now talk about the situation that happened with the young lady, that kind of adds a little bit more gravity to the situation, if you ask me. That says that maybe even if he did call him a snitch, because I'm not saying he didn't, we have conflicting viewpoints. He might have still said that. Don't get that confused.
True.
But what I'm saying, even if he did call him a snitch, now that adds even more gravity to the situation, because the young lady that he was with, that we don't know his feelings for her, they was probably extremely strong, was actually infatuated or, you know, had an affection, was affectionate towards Nipsey Hussle, who then disrespected him, whether she was in earshot or not.
Facts. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you, she had to be in earshot, because from what I heard, she said, "You gonna let that nigga talk to you like that?"
Boom.
That's what was said.
Can I say something? Did anybody ever think about this? That somebody paid her to take him up there?
True.
Did anybody ever think about that? Because, I mean, it don't happen if the fuse isn't lit. Everything that you're saying right now, you're saying that he's a powder keg. She decided to light the fuse.
Yeah.
Did somebody take him up there to create this situation? Also, remember, this is one of the few days that he wasn't with his security, that he just decided to leave early. I'm just asking. I'm not saying I know anything.
Yeah, true. I know what you're saying.
If
but you know what you gotta put.
If we're paying attention to what they're saying happened, even if we're agreeing on some points and disagreeing on other points, one thing that we can say is basically relevant or apparent or appears in both instances is the woman, correct?
Facts.
So she's the common denominator.
Indeed. She's definitely the common denominator. And the reason I say that, because you got to think about it. Say if you with your woman somewhere and a nigga just smacked the shit out you.
I mean, you know, it's a good day to die. I don't know what to tell you.
Facts, you know what I'm saying? And call it, and it was never any paperwork ever hold of being a snitch at all. Big U, he spoke about it. Eric Holder never was a snitch.
So hold on. Just so we could rewind a little. So, because you might be more up on this than I am. So now, do you mind for me to ask you a couple of questions?
Go ahead, sure, go ahead.
So it's come out that he's actually not a snitch.
Facts.
Okay, so this is quantifiable. This isn't something that we think. This is something.
Nah, this is no paperwork at all.
So now we're also hearing that Cowboy said he never called them a snitch.
Yeah.
That's actually lending to the idea that Cowboy is correct and somebody is adding the snitch narrative to create motive.
But you know what? But the other guys that was with Nipsey that testified,
they heard it?
They heard him say, call him a snitch.
Okay. But Cowboy's business partner didn't. It's a chance that Cowboy could have walked off, or maybe he didn't hear. Maybe he was talking to somebody, right?
Yeah, facts.
You
also got to think about it. I would lie for my friend. If a nigga like my brother, I lie for him. Understand everything.
And just so we could be clear, I don't understand how, if he actually did call him a snitch or not, did that make the shooting okay? So
it doesn't make it okay.
Exactly. So this is the point I'm trying to make. I think that not us, because this is what we talk about.
Yeah, sure did.
On this. But I think that since this was such a big factor in court, it didn't make any sense. Was his attorney even trying to get him a good deal or get him off? You understand?
Yeah.
Like, that's not even an no, my client, he did it. He did all of the things, but they called him a snitch. And then the average citizen is supposed to say, well, if they did say, no, average citizens don't care about that shit. Law-abiding, tax-paying citizens, they don't generally care if a nigga snitch. Oh, he snitched on him, he gotta go. Don't nobody care about that shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. But you know what else? What I think about too? He's already local. You know what I'm saying? He's lonely in the head already. They call and he was a shooter anyway. He was a shooter in the hood.
You're 100% correct. I didn't want to cut you off. I have a bad habit.
Go ahead.
Yes, he has obvious social problems, which might also add anxiety in there. I want to explain anxiety to people because sometimes people don't understand anxiety. Anxiety is when you have been conditioned to believe that a thing is definite and it's gonna happen, and it's almost always gonna be something that you don't want. So that's what anxiety is. So what happens is, often when people suffer from anxiety, and a lot of individuals suffer from this, and it comes from a childhood trauma often, just so we can be clear. So a lot of times that you suffer from anxiety, or a person suffers from anxiety, we perceive them to be just doing crazy shit. We don't know they've been triggered. You understand what I'm saying? So my point being, everything, what's the common denominator? Having said snitch or having not said snitch? What's the common denominator? The girl.
Chick, the girl.
Boom. My brother, it's been a blast. I got to show up here again sometime. I need to get my show together because we're going to be I would love for you to come on my show today and we can have a little conversation about this. I give you 15, 20 minutes.
I can do that. Yes.
On the IG Live, though, because, I'm shooting from my phone right now, so we got to do IG Live.
I bet.
Well, not IG Live, the DMs. Salute my brother. Keep your day going great. I like it in here. I'm going to be back.
I'll do that. All right. Yo, Christelle, come hit that link, Christelle. I'll send you the link. Because I want to hear what you got to say about it. But I'm going to play some more.
Why are you talking about? He didn't say, why are you hating on me? He said, you're through. Now, I don't think I'm overstating this or overthinking it, but when you say you're through to somebody, that seems like a broader kind of rejection of the person. Here you have Nipsey Hussle, who's a successful artist from the same neighborhood as Mr. Hold'em, who's an unsuccessful rap artist.
That was my bro.
Obviously beloved. Everybody.
Yo, big bro, what's going on?
The girl brought into the parking lot.
Yo, hold on. I want to say something. When we listen to Eric Cole the Craze, right? But yo, check this out, some funny shit. Yo, like Tony said, Tony Frame said, gay and snitch rumors don't go away fast. Once you defame a nigga's character, whatever he gives you, you gotta take it. You can't just call a man gay or a snitch, especially a man that's off a little bit, that's not right in the head. From everything we're hearing, this dude's not right in the head.
Yeah.
He's not right in the head.
I'm gonna tell you what I really think, big bro. Real, like this is what I really believe. I don't believe he got shot over being caught no snitch. I think he got shot. He was about to do some stuff with the government, bro, like with the police, try to help the community. The day before he got shot. So I think that, don't nobody want nobody mess with no cops, bro. Like, period. If you in the gang, man, cops are way off limits. So like, I don't know. I think somebody had a problem with that, and they offed him. That's how I feel about it. I don't think a snitch. Like, if somebody called me a snitch, I understand he had anxiety and all that, but if somebody calls me a snitch, I'm not even going to care. Like, where's the paperwork? Show me what you're talking about first, and then we take it from there.
But listen to this. The nigga was getting electric shock therapy, and he got caught in front of the chick that he was fucking. That girl gaslit that shit. You let that nigga say that to you, ain't gonna do nothing about it. You supposed to be a killer. You supposed to be Dookie Loke, whatever his name is, Shitty Loke, whatever your name is. You know what I'm saying? That right there, in front of your woman.
Yeah,
That's
real right there.
Yo, like I said to my man, right? BBN Network. I was like, yo, check this out. Say if you with your girl and a nigga smack you in front of your girl. That's what the lines of being called a rat and gay. You know what I'm saying? Because
right.
You a street dude. You ain't seen it like that.
Yeah, when a woman is involved, a lot of the people died. A lot of people died because of women, bro. Like, especially in the hood. So I understand. Yeah, I totally agree with that, bro. When a woman is involved, man, people, especially emotional dudes, they lose their minds over.
Women start wars.
Wars, bro. Yup.
They start wars. Most of the biggest wars in ancient history was started by a woman or for the love of a woman. Now this guy Eric Holder, him and Nipsey Hussle supposed to be putting them on. They was cool. He was a rapper too. Nipsey was like his brother. They grew up together. They was friends. They hung together. He did shows with Nipsey, right? And then out of nowhere, you take the word of someone else that I read it without seeing no paperwork. Nigga, I don't gotta show you no paperwork. You say I read it, you gotta show me the paperwork.
Right.
And he could have said that shit too. Like, yo, you gotta show me the paperwork, nigga. And when Nipsey couldn't provide that paperwork, he came back blazing.
Especially with the chick over there involved in all that, man. You know she turned it up. Go get your gun, nigga. Go get your gun. You gonna let him talk to you like that? Real, bro. I seen it all, man. When chicks is involved, man, it will turn something. They'll turn the small thing into a big thing real fast, bro. Real fast. It's the way it goes, especially in the street.
Yo.
So yeah, I didn't even know a chick was all involved in that.
The chick was the one that drove him up there. They went to get something to eat, and she said, I think he went to go get t-shirt from Nipsey's store or something like that. He went to get some t-shirt from Nipsey's store, and he went there. That's what Nipsey said. What he said to him.
Damn.
And Cowboy said he didn't say it, but the other guys that were there say he did say it. So Cowboy was lying on stand.
Yeah. Damn. Damn.
The other guy, Nipsey, other boys that was there, they say he said it.
Wow. Damn, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy as hell.
Yeah, y'all definitely learned some new stuff that was going on that I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? This morning, man. So, but I mean, yeah, I'm looking at it with a whole nother light now, bro.
Yo, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy, bro. First of all, it's some. Hold up. Here we go, right here. My aunt just said, according to the Hadith, the majority of inhabitants of hell are women. Also, from the Hadith, women are created for the most crooked part of man's ribs. So be gentle with her, lest she breaks.
You're right.
Yeah.
He's 100% right, bro. Like it's real, like, man. You know, it's a woman, man. She could be your life or she could be your death, man. It's either gonna be either one. There's no in between that, bro.
Look what Pete White said. You gonna go out like that, nigga? Her head moving side to side. You know what I'm saying?
Word up.
Yeah.
Word up. Tell you, bro, like them chicks, especially them chicks in the street, man. They more some of them more gangster than the niggas is.
And yo, and I believe she was a Crip chick too. She was part of gangs.
Yeah, bro. She had a lot. She had to have a lot to do with that, bro. Because when you really look at him, he really don't look like the type of people that be on. You know what I mean? He just look a little soft to me. I mean, he look like the type of person that allow women.
Yo, that dude ain't soft. That dude's a straight killer, bruh. He probably a sucker for love ass nigga though. He ain't soft. He a killer. He probably a sucker for love ass nigga. He let the power of the PUSSY. Huh?
Yeah.
He let the power of the PUSSY control his thoughts. But yo, let's listen to some more of the court testimony. Yo, this shit crazy.
I submit to you that the motive for killing Nipsey Hussle had little or nothing to do with the conversation. There's already a pre-existing jealousy or envy in Eric Holder toward Nipsey Hussle. Objection.
You heard all the evidence with your determination, decide the facts. Counsel are arguing their recollection, but you are to decide facts from the evidence presented in this court.
Now, I will remind you, motive is not an element of the offense, and the people don't have to approve it. Sometimes motive is obvious in a crime, sometimes it's not. There's some indication.
$1,200, $5,000, and this one is
Patience here of motive, though, and you're free to agree or disagree with what I say about this. But in never telling Miss Nicholson that he knows Nipsey Hussle, especially when she points out that she's excited to meet him, and making no comment once he got back into the car, and saying you're through right before shooting him, and shooting him the number of times that he did. I mean, kicking him in the head after he's already shot him 10 or 11 times, that's personal. That wasn't based on some conversation about some good rumor. Counsel can disagree, but that's the evidence that we heard in the case. When you watch this again, I'm going to play it across it a little bit more in super slow mo. Notice that when Holder approaches the proof, They see him and they're still just. And once he pulls out the gun, you see Nipsey reach. He sees it first. Everybody else is still sitting there. And then he starts firing. Nipsey drops first. And he drops like dead weight. It is likely that the first or second shot is the one that severed his spine. Because once he goes down, he's on his side and he's on his back. And he is living through being shot over and over again because you can see as he's on the ground, he can't move his legs, but he can still move his arm, and he's holding like his arm up as he's being shot over and over. After he goes down, Kerry Lathan turns to run. He catches a bullet in his back that drops him to the ground. And he can't even crawl. In between shooting Nipsey and Lathan, Shermod gets shot. Because when you watch the video, you can see, you know he's shot in the front. After Nipsey goes down, Shermod starts to turn and run, exposing his back. That shot had to come before he turned to run. Holder went over there, I submit to you, to shoot everybody that was in that space. And I tell you why. Because he doesn't know who else might be packing. He knew when he left the parking lot and started loading his gun that Nipsey wasn't out there by himself. He knew that there were people around him. He doesn't know who's armed and who's not armed. So when he goes back with not one, but two guns. Because he doesn't know what kind of resistance he's going to face. But he knows he's going to take out everybody right there to make sure that he doesn't get shot and that he has an opportunity to shoot the others. And that's exactly what he did. The only reason Rimpall didn't get shot is because he got out of there. I mean, he's like a track star running out of that space. Even in slow motion, it's going to look like Rimpall is running at regular speed. That's how fast he was. Let's take a look at it.
This is fair use. It's fair use.
You can see Nipsey here. Arms up. Defensive posture, but unable to move. Over. Now, when you watch this, you'll see when Holder fires his first few shots, he starts to run from between the cars. He backs out of there. No, if there's going to be bullets coming his way. Sort of meeting place. The fact that no one out there had a gun that day is a little surprising. But he caught them all slipping. And once he realizes nobody's shooting back, what does he do? He runs back and shoots some more, and then he retreats. Nobody's shooting, he runs back and he shoots some more. He shoots 13 shots, maybe 14. We don't know exactly. We don't know how many he started with, but we know 8 came from the semi-automatic, and the rest came from the revolver. Then he flees past the Master Burger. Poor Christian Johnson is scared for his life down on the floor. And we can at least see the revolver in his hand as he runs by. Let me say a word about Christian Johnson and some of the other witnesses. I think it was Mr. Douglas who said, video tells the whole story. The video tells, if all you had is the video in this case, you would know Eric Holder ambushed this group of men and shot and killed Nipsey Hussle in cold blood. The video tells you that. You don't need a witness to tell you anything. But I did call some witnesses because it's my prerogative. But I also thought as jurors, you're going to see some people and might wonder who they are or what they saw or heard. So, for example, Mr. Johnson, he was in the Master Burger with Holder. He was there during some conversation between Holder and some young women. Did I need to call him as a witness? No. He didn't really advance the ball much, but he was there. And he was willing to come to court, and he was willing to tell you what little he saw and heard and how it impacted him. Same thing with Danae Wright. You remember Danae Wright? She was the woman who jumps out of her car and starts running. Then she runs back to the car and she runs again. When I saw the video, I noticed that. And I wonder, why is she running back and forth to the car? You don't realize from just watching the video that she has a child or children inside that car. And what a terrible thing it must be to be a parent in that situation, right? Because we all would like to think that if we were in that situation, we would never leave our kids, right? But you just never know how life will put you in situations where you can't rehearse for this. Do I run? Do I, my kids? Do I go back? Do I stay? I just don't, I can't even imagine what that was like for her. So this crime, these bullets just.
All right, so what I'm getting from this thing, right, man? What I'm getting from this, sugar bump, salute, Queen. What I'm getting from this, yo, it's crazy as hell, right? Because thinking about this, right? That woman put the battery in that Nipsey Hussle back. I gotta believe that. I gotta believe that. She put the battery in Nipsey Hussle's back. I mean, in Eric Holder's back to do what he did to Nipsey Hussle. Good morning, Queen. How you doing? How you doing, Saxai? What's going on? She put the battery in Nipsey Hussle's back. I mean, Eric Holder's back to do what he did to Nipsey Hussle. First of all, you got a man that's already mentally unstable. Electric shock therapy, the crazy house, all this stuff. And then Nipsey calls him a rat in front of a chick that he's sleeping with, a chick that he probably loved. Because, they saying that his family didn't love him like that, and she was a chick that he probably loved. He probably was hypnotized by the punani. And then hearing her say, you gonna let that nigga say that shit to you? You ain't gonna do nothing about it? Man, you was a bitch. Boom. Next thing you know, they can go local. But let's finish here with the testimony.
This didn't kill Nipsey Hussle and injure Shermai and Lathan. These bullets traumatize the whole community. Crimes like this, the enormity of these crimes is that they can't be contained. Even as bad as it is, murder is, attempted murder is, assault with a firearm, as bad as those crimes are, there are a lot of unnamed victims. And the bullets land either in a person or they hit a wall, they stop. But in a figurative sense, these bullets are still traveling. This neighborhood has not forgotten. And that's part of the enormity of the crime. Mr. Holder turned the corner. We get a look at both guns, one in each hand, as he runs by, I think that's camera 21. Let me see right here.
Yes, Sugar Bum. Eric Holder did get convicted, though. But we listened to the trial.
And he's already on his way back to Ms. Nicholson's car. He had her leave it because he knew what he was about to do and where he wanted that car to be when he got there. He wanted it to be ready to go. Facing 58th place, ready to get out of it. He knew when he got out of that car with his french fries what he was going to do. That is premeditation and deliberation. Thought about it ahead of time, and then he did it. That's all premeditation and deliberation means. It doesn't mean that you plan something for weeks. Okay, it means you think about it and you do it. We all engage in premeditated and deliberate acts every day. Some of the most ordinary decisions we make involve thinking about what we're doing, the consequences, and then doing it.
All right, y'all.
Crime is no different.
I want y'all to check out the shooting. We're gonna look at the shooting real quick. I want y'all to check out the Nipsey Hussle. All right, yeah, here we go. Let's Nipsey Hussle. All right, here we go. I'm gonna watch that. It's fair use.
Third time. He then kicks Nipsey before bolting toward the alley, which is where the first separate times. After the initial shot, he returns and shoots again and then shoots a third time. He then kicks Nipsey before bolting toward the alley, which is where the first video began. Before the alleged shooter killed Nipsey, he reportedly got into a heated conversation with the Grammy Award-nominated rapper. Police said the man believed Nip snitched. Nipsey Hussle's murder was in close proximity to several security cameras in the area, including one on a building adjacent to the Marathon clothing store where the fatal shooting took place. In footage obtained by TMZ, someone enters the frame from an alleyway, walking quickly toward the front of the store. As shots are fired, people start scattering in the parking lot in an attempt to take cover. Although the actual shooting is impossible to see, a victim does collapse to the ground. It hasn't been determined if the gunman is one of the people running from the scene.
Now, I don't want to do this one. I'm going to find another one because I don't want them to fuck up the shit. But yo, I know somebody else got this shooting, man. This it right here. Hip Hop Platoon 1970 Company. Salute, bruh. Jersey in the building. Yo, E. Yo, Big E, hit that link, bro. I want to know what you got to say about... Yo, hit the link if you can, bro. I want to hear what you got to say about this verdict, bro. Real talk. That shit, the shit hood. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what you have to say about this verdict, man. Cause this shit crazy. And the guy gonna come back on a pill.
What happened to Nipsey Hussle?
Fair use.
Grammy nominated. Its way online, a longer version emerged that gave a clearer view of the shooter. Here we recreate what went down based on that video. CBS reports that on March 31st, rapper Nipsey Hussle and 3 other men were standing in front of his clothing store in LA's Hyde Park. According to the LAPD, gang member Eric Holder approached the group several times, engaging them in conversation before leaving.
Now, I need to see the real footage, yo. The real footage. Not that the footage of court. I'm gonna find that shit. Court footage. I can't find it. Y'all can't find it. We gonna go back. Can't find that shit for myself, y'all. Here we go, y'all. Here we go.
He started thinking about this well ahead of actually pulling the curtain. He could have stopped at any time.
Definitely a good verdict, but he gonna come back.
Said,
he gonna come back on a pill because, like I said, he was mentally unstable.
He could have changed his mind. He did. When she parked behind the fat burger, he could have said, "You know what? Let's go." He didn't. As he's walking down the alley, calmly, with his french fries, he could have changed his mind and went back, but he didn't. When he turned the corner and he saw that Nipsey Hussle was sitting there with other people he didn't know, that he knew he was about to shoot, he could have changed his mind, but he didn't. That's what it means to premeditate and deliberate on that. After each shot, you could have stopped. And the next one. That's premeditation and deliberation.
Yo, hip hop platoon facts. That's exactly how they should have Big Killers on trial. They know Kill Big. They ain't doing nothing about it. They know Kill Big and they ain't doing nothing about it, yo.
We've got a little bit of video of that.
But you know the cameras wasn't good back in the day like they was good now.
She was about to leave. She didn't know what was going on. We see her kind of inching out, and she stops. He eventually gets to the car and he tells her to drive. And she takes off. Now let's talk a little bit about this. You know from the evidence, we took a long, hard look at this. Not that she knew that Nipsey Hussle was going to get shot, but we looked at her behavior after the shooting. She heard gunshots. She saw him with a gun. He comes back with 2 guns. Later, she hears Nipsey Hussle got shot. She knows they were there. The question arises when she allowed him to stay at the mother's house, when she got you let him use her ID to get a room the next day. Was she doing that to assist him in evading the police? Right? It's a natural question that you would want to take a long, hard look at. Because that question existed, and she was being called to testify, both at the grand jury and here, it raises a question of what her rights are under the law. She doesn't know her rights, unless you tell her. So before she was interviewed by Mr. Washington, he told her, these are your Miranda rights. You weigh these rights and agree to talk to her. She said yes. 5 hours. No, I need a break now. I want a lawyer now. No, she cooperated 5 hours. And then later, she was asked to meet with the district attorney. Again, she was advised of her rights. She waived them. We talked. Another 2 hours. We got to the grand jury. You know from the evidence that I initiated the immunity agreement with her. Because she was going to testify under oath.
Magnificent Mecca, peace.
It is the better practice to make sure that the witness has a lawyer and understands that she has a right to request immunity. She didn't know she had the right to request that, and she never did until she was told. So we granted her what's called use immunity. Use immunity means we're giving you immunity for what you're going to say in this limited place. Broader immunity. We're just going to immunize the statements that you make in court. We already had 7 hours of interviews with her, statements from her. If we were going to prosecute her, we already had the evidence. But the decision was made, and she was never charged with any crime because you may not see it the same way. But I'm taking time to say this. She's not on trial here, obviously, but I'm taking the time to say this because I think it's important.
That girl put the battery in his back and gave him an opportunity to get away. I don't want to hear nobody got to say it. Everybody knew that boy was messed up in the head. Everybody. Even her. Even his homies. He was a hit on the streets. He didn't have nothing. Nipsey was his man. Call him his brother. Nipsey called the nigga a snitch in front of a bunch of niggas and his chick. The nigga lost it. He lost it. Yeah, he's in jail where he's supposed to be, but y'all gotta think about it. That appeal gonna be crazy. He gonna come back on that appeal. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, he gonna come back on that appeal with a mentally insane verdict. They gonna put him in a house with a criminally insane. He gonna sit there, take his meds, get himself back together. They gonna let his ass out in 3 to 4 years. And they shouldn't, but they are. They don't kill a black man, kill another black man. They don't kill a black man, kill a white man.
And listening to her testify and how she processes information and how she makes decisions, whether it was willful neglect or willful blindness, she was honest when she said, I really wasn't convinced he did it until I saw it on the news. I suspect many people, the moment he came running back to that car, would have been highly suspicious. And certainly by the time they got home and saw on social media that Nipsey Hussle was shot, many people would have put 2 and 2 together at that moment. I don't think she did. And I think that comes across in the evidence. That she really wasn't convinced until she saw a news report. That's neither here nor there. But I took the time to say that because I wanted to explain what the immunity was all about. had any questions about that. What was impressive about her is she immediately gave up her phone. And not just here, you can look at my phone. You can extract all the data from my phone. You think about how much personal information we all have on our phone. It's probably making some of you uncomfortable to even think that somebody could go in your phone and extract all the data. All the phone calls, text messages, photos. It was impressive that without knowing that was coming, she said yes. Search my car, search my apartment, search my mom's house. And we did. And after doing our due diligence, she got the agreement that we gave her, and you heard her testimony, which is the most important thing. They hightailed it back to Long Beach. Meanwhile, pandemonium is breaking out on the floor. Gary laid in it. Poor Gary, nobody's paying much attention to him as he's on the ground, unable to move, in pain. And sure, of course, has the
his lawyer quit.
torso from. I mean, just think about how lucky he is. He believes he pointed out the bullet that hit him. I don't know, if that's possible, but he got hit, and the way bullets fly, it didn't penetrate him, but he had a hole in his shirt, a hole in his belt, and he's very, very fortunate he didn't have a hole in his gut, because that very well could have killed him or caused him a lifelong agony, pain, and whatnot. Eric Holder did all of this to a neighborhood that he didn't live in for quite some time. We don't know exactly when he left the neighborhood, but he wasn't living here anymore. Which also kind of raises the question of why would he care what rumors are going around about him in the neighborhood where he doesn't even live? Right? He hardly comes around. Nobody's seen him in a long time. So how could a rumor inspire so much rage in a person to justify a manslaughter? It's like he said to Nipsey when Nipsey was telling him that this was going around. What did he say? He said, "Oh man, they just hate us." He didn't say this. He just brushed it off because it's not a big deal. We know it's not a big deal because the defense's own gang expert testified that it's not a big deal. These things happen all the time in the hood. There's always rumors going around. It's a rumor mill. And when they do happen, there's a way to deal with it. And how did he say it's dealt with? The same way that Herman Douglas said it's dealt with. You get confronted that there's something going on. Okay, let me take care of it. Let me show you that I didn't do that. All the time. Ordinary. Not extraordinary. Charges. Judge gave you a lot of laws. We're going to talk about the law, especially the law he attached. But let's get the charges clear. Count one is murder. We're going to get into the definition of murder a little bit, but basically, murder is of 2 degrees. And the best way to think about murder is, think of it this way. All murder, by default, is 2nd-degree murder, unless something makes it 1st degree. What makes this murder first degree is premeditation and deliberation. A murder with premeditation and deliberation makes murder first degree murder. There are other things that will make a murder first degree, but they don't apply here. Shooting from a moving vehicle would make a murder a first degree murder. And there are other things, but here we're relying on premeditation and deliberation. Counts 2 and 3 go to victim Carrie Lathan. We allege in count 2 that Mr. Holder is guilty of attempted murder of Carrie Lathan. We also allege that he's guilty of assault with a firearm. These charges cover the same conduct. Same conduct charged in 2 different ways. They both define distinct crimes. You'll be asked to reach a verdict if you can on both counts. Don't worry about the fact that they overlap or they point to the same conduct. That's contemplated. That's for the judge to worry about. If he's convicted of both, the judge knows how to handle that. But we charged him with attempted murder because, as I told you, the evidence shows that he went over there willing and intending to kill everybody in that space. Nipsey was clearly his target, but he was intending to kill everybody or chase them away if they happened to get away. And they did. Attempted murder is when a person takes a direct step toward killing another person. That's what it requires. A direct step, more than mere planning. So let's say Eric Holder got his guns, he got out of Brianita's car, and he started walking over to the mall, intending to kill, and then changed his mind and went back.
Sound right, no serious salute, bro. I see you.
Before he pulled the gun on anybody, before he pointed it, before he pulled the trigger. Question: is that attempted murder? Because he had the intent to kill, but did he? Probably not. Not if he shuts it down in the alley and goes back to the car. But once you point a gun at somebody and you pull the trigger, you've taken more than a direct step toward carrying out the act. The law doesn't require that the gun be fired. Attempted murder does not require that a victim be injured at all. It focuses on the conduct of the perpetrator. If you have the intent to kill and if you take a direct step toward killing, we submit to you he did in the cases of Sherman and Lathan. And there's no better evidence of that than he struck both of them. He actually shot both of them. Assault with a firearm, you point a gun at somebody, it's the assault is completed as soon as you point the gun at them.
All right, Joe.
Whether you intend to fire it or not, there's no more.
I just wanted to let y'all hear some of the court case. Y'all already know what the verdict is. You know what I mean? What we don't know is how much time he's going to get. They say he's facing 25 to life with the possibility of parole, though. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, Eric Holder. Hold your head up, boy. You don't need to. Because when you wet, they're going to do you dirty, boy. They're going to do you dirty. Right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to end this, you know what I mean? You know, gang over here, yo. There's no gang over here. No gang.
Yeah, I'm in no gang, no gang, no gang, no gang, no gang, like, ooh. What's all this commotion? Grown man got like females, ooh. Making moves, ain't gon' lose. Mama ain't raised no fool. I'm my own gang, do my own thing. I'm my own man, nah, I ain't you. Cuz just hit me on the line, say he up in the city, said Nick come through. He from Philadelphia, they're known as Philadelphia. They the fam, nothing new. I ain't got too much emotion to feel in for those trying to mess up my mood. From a place with a beef on fire, Camden East Side, ain't nothing new. Remember nights when we used to do crime. We dropped dimes on all we knew. If we got caught, we did not rap. We rather lay flat before we ever told. Cause loyalty still mean a lot to me, even though places on earth is a zoo. Think politics and prejudice is gonna save them. Man, I thank God I ain't nothing like you. We just multiply, we don't die. We done seen war and survive. And we done got bored with the vibe. But gang, all y'all tough, yeah, ride. We ain't trying to run, we outside. If you ain't king, don't pay us no mind. Cause we do not recognize dudes who are faking. We militant, we don't play online. Yeah, I'm a no gang, like ooh. What's all this commotion? Grown men got like females, ooh. Making moves, ain't gon' lose. Mama ain't raised no fool. I'm my own gang, do my own thing. I'm my own man, nah, I ain't true. I do not kill them with bars, I get them with truth. But they call me frivolous, ooh. I do not beef on computer, I am no fool. No, I'm nothing like you. Every day I am on guard, but I cannot call. Who real or who fake in my crew, I just know the back door isn't heavy. So I keep my eyes on everything that I see move. Some call it rude, but I call it militant vibe. We do not smile, refuse to go back and forth on computers. And we are too smart to act like we don't notice. Some notice the flow is like knives. They gave me the cosign, along with our rhymes. So crack, say come back and see him when I was completed. And I'm gonna make it your time. Yeah, don't mind me, I'm floating on cloud nine. We protect the heavily, mama, don't worry about me. Die, God got me, I'm fine, believe. Don't mind me, I'm floating on cloud nine. We protect the heavily, mama, don't worry about me. Die, God got me, I'm fine, believe. Yeah, I'm a no gang like ooh. What's all this commotion?
Peace to the 5% Nation, God's enough. Shalom alaikum, hamdulillah, rahmat Allah, all the Muslim brothers and sisters out there. This is the King of New Jersey. This is Btbtv. We bully the bullies. And y'all already know what it is. We ain't the blood or crick. We doing our own thing. Btbtv, the start of his own gang like nigga. What?